check, check. Hey, 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 there it is. There we go. I was wondering what was going on there. It was weird. Anyway, well, shalom, everybody. It's good to see y'all. So, gosh, there's so much going on in the news right now. Let's pull up Chrome over here. Google. Let's get started on some news. So, um, I did not pull up like anything, but I was watching a whole bunch of stuff the other day. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, let's kind of go over this a little bit. Let's go over some of this a little bit. Oh, hang on. My headset is.
A court
There we
filing, the
go.
White House said that Elon Musk is not a Doge employee and has no authority to make decisions. Can you clarify for us today
Well,
what
Elon
his
Musk,
exact role is there?
yeah. Elon is, to me, a patriot. So,
Okay, so let's go over some of the stuff that we're seeing and hearing about from everything with all the. There's so much news. There's so much news. I'm not gonna go over all of the first day stuff from Trump's presidency. I'm not gonna go over all of it because there's a lot of little things involved in that. It's not gobs and gobs and gobs. There's a lot there, but I am not gonna get knee deep in that tonight. Um, I feel no need to do that. There's no reason to. But let's just kind of get into what we got just in this. And this is, I think this is what we're going to focus on
you could
tonight.
call him an employee, you could call him a consultant, you could call him whatever you want. But he's a patriot. I mean, look at the kind of things I just said. Just write it down, just in case that question got asked, right? And which I'm surprised.
Note, he's prepared. He knew he was going to get asked something about this.
It took so long, actually. But you know what? Ukraine's a bigger deal because people are dying by the thousands a week. Thousands. But look at this, from 90 to 99, Social Security, 6,054,000 people.
Okay, so what he's talking about right here is the ages of people who are on Social Security and these people who are collecting checks. Now, this is going to get pretty outrageous pretty quick.
Well, that's okay. Maybe that's possible. 90 to 90, 99, maybe it's possible. It's a lot of people, though, at that. But people that live to 100 to 109, 4,734,000. Wow, that's a lot. That means over 100 years old. They have 4 million people. I don't know too many. I know people that are doing great in their 90s, but not too many people over 100. But over 120, from 120 years old.
Now, think about that. How many millions of people he just said that are collecting Social Security that are over 100 years old? Think about that for a minute. He listed several million. I think he said 4 million if I remember right. 4 million. That's a lot. That's about a little more than 1% of our population.
People that are 120 years old up to 129. 3,472,000 people. Wow. That can't possibly be because the record is like, I think it's one person, a woman, lived to 127, but they have 3,472. Okay, but now we're going really in.
That's a lot of people breaking the age record that clearly have not broken any age record.
People from 130 years old to 139-year-old. 3,936,000.
3 million. Over 3 million people over 130 years old. That's an interestingly high number. I would safely say that by the time we're done with this, it's going to be well over 10%. Hold on. Let me pull up a calculator. Let's find out exactly how many. Let's calculate this.
Years old, they're 4 million people. I don't know. 99. Maybe it's possible. It's 1,000 people. Thousands. But Ukraine's a bigger deal because people are dying by the thousands a week. Thousands. But look at this. From 90 to 99, Social Security, 6,054,000 people. Well, that's okay.
6,054,000 people.
Okay, maybe that's possible. 90 to 99, maybe it's possible. It's a lot of people, though, at that. But people that live to 100 to 109, 4,734,000.
Let's go back and do that again.
Wow, that's a lot. People that live to 100 to 109, 4,734,000.
He said 4 million.
Wow, that's a lot. That means over 100 years old. They're 4 million. But people that live to 100 to 109, 4,734,000. Wow, that's a lot. That means over 100 years old. They're 4 million people. I don't know too many. I know people that are doing great in their 90s, but not too many people over 100. But over 120, from 120 years old, people that are 120 years old up to 129, 3,472,000 people.
3,472,000. We're at 14 million. We're up over 14 and a quarter million.
People, wow. That can't possibly be because the record is like, I think it's one person, a woman, lived to 127, but they have 3,472. Okay, but now we're going really in. People from 130 years old to 139-year-old. 3,936,000.
3,946,000.
Wow. I wonder if people are getting paid with all this. I mean, are these checks? And that's what we're checking right now. People from 140 years old to 149 years old, 3,542,000. 140 years old and beyond. Now we're really going because we're looking to break the record by 25 years. People from 150 years old to 159 years old. 1,345,000. These are in the. By the way, these are in the computer files. This is what they do well.
Think about this. This is nearly 10% of the U.S. population is up over 100 years old, according to Social Security checks that are mailed out every month. We're not even done. We're not even close to done.
They're super. I asked Elon, who are these Doge people? He said they're super brilliant computer people and they love the country. It's simple. Wait a minute. People from 160 years old to 169 years, 121,000. So
121,000.
160-year-old people. 170 to 179,000, 6,087.
Wait.
Now,
Wait, back up.
wait a minute. People from 160 years old to 169 years, 121,000. So 160-year-old people. 170 to 179,000, 6,087.
I think that was right.
But now, let's go into the real numbers. From 200 to 209 years old.
Did you hear that? 200 to 209 years of age. We're getting close to the age of our country's existence.
879 people.
879
old,
people.
I haven't met any of them. And if I did, I would bless them. I would worship the ground they walk on. 210 to 219 years, 866. From 220 years old to 229 years old, 1,039.
1,039.
And then you have two people from 240 years old to 249 years old.
Two.
One person. And there's one person that's 360 years old.
Plus one. Let's look at this number. This number right here. This big, beautiful number. That number right there. 23.25 million people, according to Social Security, are from the ages of 90 to 300 that are collecting checks. Now, think about that. How much money are all of these people getting? What is the... Go away. Computer software, AV. The average Social Security check benefits when you retire at, let's say, 75. We'll say 75. We'll shoot high. Most people don't retire that late. They usually retire at 65 as soon as they can and start collecting checks. So, heck, let's even go down. Let's just do the average. Let's just do what the bare bones average is. Okay? So multiply that 23,285,874 people times $1,876. Let's just do 77 for the sake of argument. That is 43,707,585,049 $498 every month. I want you to hear that. That is monthly. That is monthly. This is an average Social Security benefit every month. Think about this. This is the number monthly. If this is not considered government corruption and waste, systemic waste, I don't know what is. This is insanity. This is billions. Now, if we times this by 12 for a whole year, this is over $500 billion a year that we waste on people who are dead. These checks are not being funneled into dead people's bank accounts because there's nobody on record for that's up over 100 that's at 130 years old. Okay, let's see. Where is it? Literally, this is such a joke. This is such a massive joke. Cruel Elon Musk cuts off Social Security benefits for thousands of Revolutionary War veterans. It's not even satire. It's stinking it's real. Okay? Now granted, it's not thousands of Revolutionary War veterans, but it's exaggerated. That's the whole point. It's supposed to be a joke. Okay? Oh, for crying out loud. This is why we needed Trump to come in. The first time round, I'm shocked he didn't do this the first time round. He could have massively cut the deficit. But the problem is he didn't have any friends the first time round. Nobody wanted to help him out. But now he's got plenty of people on his side who want to help fix the problems. And here's what really gets you. Here's what really is the problem with this. This number, this $500 billion number right here, this money is not going to those people or going to anybody in particular. That money, it was being funneled into things like USAID. It was being funneled into all kinds of other things, and people who work for the government and NGOs and all this different stuff. And the whole purpose of this was to help fuel people's bank accounts and increase their net worth. And it was taken and being stolen from every single one of us as American citizens. This is why Musk mulls sending all Americans $5,000 checks using Doge savings. Okay? Musk has saved the government, has saved us as American citizens so much money. And the only reason they're saying, well, we could cut checks of $5,000 to everyone in America, every single person in America, because that money was already allocated to things, and then that money should be allocated to stuff that goes abroad. And it's like, well, that money was going to be allocated to that, so let's just redirect it to the American people where it belongs. And you know what the deal here is the problem isn't that someone who works at these different government organizations decided, hey, we're just going to funnel money into that stuff to help increase our wealth. What it is USAID became a slush fund. It funneled money into bad things that didn't make any difference. But then you've got money coming out of the Social Security system, and that's going into fueling people's personal wealth. And the reason why this stuff gets through has a lot to do with bills that get passed in Congress. They've been passed for decades. Now, remember back in 2020 when they were passing that enormous subsidy bill trying to help people, across the country. The Senate was trying to passing a spending bill that literally every single senator, Republican, Democrat, and Independent, all voted for to give a subsidy to the American people because of all of this. There was a whole nother bill associated with this that was trying to be passed, and it was 10,000 pages, and they had a day to read it all and then vote on it. And people like Rand Paul were coming up and going, no, I'm not voting for this. I don't care what it's for. Other bills. There were other bills that were in that same boat. Now, the one for the subsidy, that one passed because it was a pretty easy and pretty straightforward piece of temporary legislation that really did help the American people out really, really heavily. I was one of the people who worked back during 2020 and could have easily just claimed unemployment and rolled in the cash, just raked in more cash. I would have made 30 grand more a year that year. I would have made $30,000 more that year via unemployment because of COVID, because of the coof, and had I just taken the unemployment check, I would have made $30,000 more a year having done that. But I chose to work. I chose to keep working because I had no reason not to work. Oh, gosh. But think about this. There were other bills that have gone through, that have been trying to pass through the Senate, where people like Rand Paul are like, I'm not voting for this. Because there's so many things in this thing that we don't even know what's in it. We don't have enough time to sit and read what all's in this thing. We have no clue. I don't have time to get people to sit and read this whole bill from start to finish. 1,000 or more pages. We don't got time for that. We just can't. The whole thing is stacked up on top of Rand Paul's desk over 2 feet tall, and it's like he's like, you're never going to read this. You will never read this. I can't get my people to read this fast enough because there's too much in here. Those bills, they get passed. Those are the ones that are filled with all the junk that tells USAID, here, send several million dollars to an organization. I'm not making this up. I am not making this up. Where's it at? I was just watching it a little bit ago. I was just watching a video on this from the dude over at Liberal Hive Mind. Where's it at? Just earlier today, just from the Liberal Hive Mind. Where is it? Yeah. We paid for this. I'm not going to play any of the audio. I'm not going to play much of the audio. I'll play some of it once we get to where it's relevant. Gotta get through this ad.
Exposing the abundant abundance. It's the question. Asking how.
My aim is not very good.
Look at this.
Here is Rory Stewart explaining his connection to USAID.
Stopped. Doesn't matter, you have a contract. So, Turquoise Mountain, which my wife Shoshana runs, has a contract.
Turquoise Mountain. This guy's wife has an NGO program called Turquoise Mountain.
Had another $1 million to go. Money just stops.
Oh, hold on. Wait, there's a contract between some organization and USAID, and the contract stopped. And hold on, his wife ran that organization, and they were supposed to get another $1 million from the U.S. government, and that just stopped? What organization does his wife run? It's called the Turquoise Mountain Foundation. You can't make this up. The Turquoise Mountain Foundation exists to teach Afghani peasants about degenerate modern art.
So this is in some ways often called the first piece of conceptual art.
این را که ما می‌بینیم نمونه این بعضی مردم اولین کار هنری مفکوره‌ای میگن.
Does anyone?
That is a urinal, people. That is a picture of a urinal. This isn't art. This is stupid. But think about this. This woman is talking about a picture of a urinal and how it is considered degenerate art.
I know what it is.
Os que não querem saber informação chess.
I don't expect the ladies to know. Exactly. An artist called Marcel
They're sitting there going,
Duchamp,
what in the
who's
world?
very important in Western art, put this toilet in an art gallery about 100 years ago.
That's where your money's going. Your money is going, or was going until Trump got hold of it, to pay off the wives of British politicians turned Yale professors to teach Afghanis who probably have more important things on their mind about how perverse Western anti-artists decided to pretend that urinals and toilets were, Caravaggio paintings in the early 20th century.
I showed this clip.
Okay. That kind of stuff is what Congress pays, writes bills, puts the stuff in bills, and then ships that money over to foreign countries. My opinion, taxation is theft. This is why. Let's get back to more of what we were talking about just a little bit ago. Let's let Trump do his thing.
That's just that. And then, where's the money being spent, right? Let's go into that for just a second. $520 million for a consultant on the environment. It's called Environmental, Social, and Governance Investments in Africa, and mobilize private sector resources. $520 million. Somebody got $520 million for an environmental, sounds like an environmental study. I've always been one that paid a lot of money for my environmental studies, but I paid like $50,000, not $520 million. $520 million for ESG. $25 million to promote biodiversity, conservation, and promote licit livelihoods by developing socially responsible behavior in the country of Colombia. Well, it's nice, $25 million going to Colombia for something that nobody ever heard of. $40 million to improve the social and economic inclusion of sedentary migrants. $40 million. $42 million for Johns Hopkins, great place, to research and drive social and behavior change in Uganda. $42 million. What about us? What about social change in our country? $70 million for a center at Purdue to research university-sourced, evidence-based solutions to developmental challenges. I mean, these are massive numbers on things that nobody ever heard about. $10 million for Mozambique voluntary medical male circumcisions. $10 million for circumcisions in another country. $9.7 million for UC Berkeley to develop a cohort of Cambodian youth with enterprise-driven skills. In other words, let's teach them something about enterprise. What about our people? Can't we teach them about enterprise? $2.3 million for strengthening independent voices in Cambodia. $32 million to the Prague Civil Society Center, which is a very liberal group of people. Wonder how much of that money came back to the people that approved it. $14 million for improving public procurement in Serbia. $486 million to the Consortium for Elections and Political Process Strengthening, including $22 million for inclusive and participatory political process in Moldova, and $21 million for voter turnout in India. Well, why are we giving $21 million to India? They got a lot of money. They're one of the highest taxing countries in the world in terms of us. We can hardly get in there because their tariffs are so high. I have a lot of respect for India. I have a lot of respect for the Prime Minister. He just left, as you know, 2 days ago. But we're giving $21 million for voter turnout. It's voter turnout in India. What about, like, voter turnout here? Oh, we've done that, I guess. We did $500 million, didn't we? It's called the lockboxes. $20 million for...
That's a joke about 2020. The 2020 election right there. Him, he's still kind of butthurt over the 2020 election. And let's be real here. We all should be. Because that was a sham. Then that was insane. everything that happened during that election. That was ludicrous. Just ludicrous.
Fiscal federalism in Nepal. Listen to these numbers. This is all fraud. $19 million for biodiversity conservation in Nepal. $1.5 million for voter confidence. We want to give them confidence. In Liberia, $14 million for social cohesion in Mali. $2.5 million for inclusive democracies in South Africa. $47 million for improving learning outcomes in Asia. Asia's doing very well. They're doing a lot better than we do in the schools, aren't they? $2 million to develop sustainable recycling model.
A lot of that has to do with culture and how their society functions, whereas here we don't care as much.
To increase socioeconomic cohesion among marginalized communities in Kosovo and Eshkali and in Egypt. We're talking about hundreds of billions of dollars. I could, by the way, I could read this all day long. I could go on all day long, and you'll see hundreds of billions of dollars, and we're doing it. But when I saw the Social Security numbers, I said, wow, that's really something. So we have, let's just go above 100 years old. We have millions and millions of people over 100 years old. Everybody knows that's not so. We have a very corrupt country, and it's a sad thing to say, but we're figuring it out. Now, the good thing about Social Security and what I read is if you take all of those numbers off, because they're obviously fraudulent or incompetent, but if you take all of those millions of people off Social Security, all of a sudden we have a very powerful Social Security with people that are 80 and 70 and 90, but not 200 years old. You know, so it's a very positive thing. How about over here? Yeah, please.
So, I think that answers some of the question. So some of the stuff that he read, all the millions of dollars, tens, millions, hundreds of millions of dollars that he was just talking about can be encapsulated in this number right here. I just can't stinking believe this. This got allowed to be the way things got done for decades. This is just stupid. And it needs to no longer be the case. I pray that God will keep Trump safe. That he will keep him alive, that he will let him that will help him finish his 4 years in office, and at this point, if he can get all this cleaned up, he better be put on Mount Rushmore. Gosh, they better put him on Mount Rushmore. Goodness. Clean up this country. Get it fixed. Get it taken care of. And put this man on Mount Rushmore for saving this country from itself. I can't even get into all the other stuff that he's done. He has calmed down relations with Russia, with the whole Ukraine stuff. He's done so much in such a short window of time. He has pushed Canada and Mexico. Canada brought forward a piece of legislation that said, oh, we're going to put like some odd billions of dollars to protect, securing the northern border here in Canada, and going to the U.S. to try to prevent illegal drugs to passing across the border and getting into the U.S. Well, that got signed by Joe Biden last year in December, and when Trump got in office, they wrote this whole thing as a response to Trump getting elected. That was the whole point. And when Trump got into office, they were like, well, we're not gonna actually do that. It's just, nah, we're not doing that, man. And Trump said, okay, 25% tariff. Everything you have, everything that comes into this country, 25% tariff until you can follow through on what you said you're gonna do. What you wrote it down that you would do this, and now you're backing out. Well, guess what? You better follow through, because if you don't, 25% tariff. Every single thing that comes into this country. And so, Justin Trudeau, being the political mastermind that he is, says, oh, well, fine, we'll tariff everything America gives us at 25% too. Yeah, the value of the Canadian dollar plummeted overnight. It tanked rapidly. And Trump's like, I can play this game of chicken. I can do that because I know that I can get the American dollar to be strong without Canada. I can do that. I can get it done. And let's just say Justin Trudeau quickly said, no, never mind. Sorry, that whole tariff thing, that was a joke. That was a joke, man. We'll get right on securing the northern border. Don't worry, Mr. President Trump. We're President Trump. We'll do exactly what we said we're going to do. Trump said, all right then. Then I will waive the tariff. Do what you say you're going to do. Do what we agreed to. And let's get it done. Mexico. The Trump apparently, I think I saw something. I don't know. I'm not going to go hunting this down because I'm not 100% certain. But I think Trump has officially gotten the drug cartels to be listed as a terrorist group. Now, I think what that's going to mean for the rest of us in this country is those of us who live here, like, say, in Texas, or like New Mexico, Arizona, and parts of California, you might see tanks. You very well could be seeing legitimate major like weapons, like Black Hawk helicopters. I wouldn't want to be living near the border. Let's just say that. I'm okay with not living near the border. All right. We're likely, and the thing is, though, is, are we possibly going to be seeing war like tactics happening at the southern border? It's very possible. Is it something that I want to see happen? No. But is it likely going to end up being necessary to help clean up the border, and get rid of the drug cartels? Well, if it's going to save our people, sometimes there are things called necessary evils. Not something I want to say, but sometimes you gotta do something that stinks. It is no fun. To fix the issue. So we're playing Earth. Yeah, so needless to say, I'm such a big fan of the fact that our government's getting cleaned up. I take the stance of Kevin O'Leary at this point, where he's all like, dude, cut more, just cut more, cut everything. I don't care, cut it all. If you can't reasonably show that your job is important in any meaningful way, get out of here. Just cut everything. I'm totally cool with that opinion, that frame of mind. Just cut everything back. Just cut out all the jobs you can cut. Cut all of the all the desk workers you can possibly cut. Just cut it all. If there is no way to reasonably justify an entire department of the government, then it doesn't need to exist. Yay, more health. Orin is obnoxious, and I love it. Yeah, I couldn't have helped you on that one, bro. Get it. Get some. Come on. Give me a little more HP. Nope. I'm out. But yeah, seriously, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. I am so happy I voted for a felon. I'm so happy. I voted for a multi-billionaire who became a felon just because he was president. What is Misfortune going? Oh, she's going full AP. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get this item, and then I'm going to go ahead and get maybe Hollow Radiance. Maybe. Because this Misfortune's going full AP. They're pretty much all going full AP, except for Riven and Talon, which... Yeah, go ahead and take it. Hit that tower. Let's grab boots. Fully completed boots. And let's get this. What's up, bucko? What? Wait, how'd I die? Like, I died like instantaneously. It was weird. No, whatever. I'm gonna have to buy some armor after I buy this. Gosh, Earth can be so much fun. Curse splat. Dude. I'm not very good. I'm not very good with Ornn. I think Ornn is a great champion. Don't get me wrong. I think he's an absolutely amazing champion. He has no really good, functionally understandable combo set, but it's not really the point. Okay. Yeah, take Otacon. Can I get? No, I can't get it. What is it currently? 30%? I think it gives more magic resist. I'm gonna go ahead and hang out up in top lane. Oh. This is just too stupid good. Whee! Here, have an upgraded item. Ah. I got two. Didn't realize I got two. What do I get now? My goodness. Purchase available components, I guess. Let's just build that. Sure. Boink! Yeah. Alright. Still took the tower. I'm not worried about the kills. I'm like, I'm just gonna get the tower. Pardon me. What are you doing all the way out there? Wait, what are you to say? Whew. Still no water in the fountain. I never noticed that dialogue line. Oh gosh, that was great. Still no water in the fountain. I'm going through a bounce house. Sure, built this too. I have 7,163 health. Oh my goodness, how much armor? I've got 331, 280. Oh my gosh, man. This is so dumb. Oh my goodness, a base of 150? Good grief, that's a lot of armor. Oh jeez. Oh my goodness, this Aurora, man. This champion is proof that there is power in autism. Apparently, I guess autism is a superpower, right? Oh my goodness. GG. That was fun. I finally won. I don't win very many of these. They're fun. Don't get me wrong. Oh yeah, Riot getting rid of Hextech chests. That's another big one. That's nonsense. This is so stupid. That was so dumb. Literally, that was so dumb. Their reasoning doesn't even make sense. And the thing is that they generated $2.5 billion it was either in revenue or in profit over the course of 2 years. I'm sorry, I don't have a whole lot of sympathy for them with that. I just don't. I just don't. I flat don't have sympathy for a company that's going to be acting that way. Ooh, either Kaisa or Kog'Maw. Ooh, those are both really fun. Because you don't. But the thing is, the first like 5 levels of Kog'Maw are so bad. See, with Kaisa, all you do is you just build AP. You just build full AP, and you're just like, you're just shooting W rockets from the next county, and you just fire them off every single time you have the option. Seriously, that's all you do. Ugh. No, W. Please. For goodness sake. Oh, wait, no, I don't want that. I don't need that. Mage stuff. Let's do that. Yeah, we are doing full AP. Forget that noise, man. Oh dear. tired. Oh, jeez. If I can never make it through these minions, man. Hey, I'm not the first. I am not first blood this time. Oh my goodness gracious. Good heavens. Darn. So close. Didn't throw my ultimate. Yeah. Just run away from them. Just run away. This Tarek, you're not getting away from Tarek, whatever. You will never get away from him in this mode. He will, if he stuns you, you are perma-stunned. Because he will just hit you with it once, and then he will just keep hitting you with it over and over and over again. He never loses health, and you are permanently stunned. He's one of the greatest 1v1 animals in this mode. Dang. Well, poop. Trying, man. Trying. It's hard to deal. It's hard to deal when people who just kind of hate you in this game mode. You're an ADC. Never underestimate the ability of an ADC, an AD carry champion, to get completely one-shot by something completely nonsensical. Yeah. Okay, I wasn't perma-stunned, but I still had a very bad time. Let's just say I had a bad time. Oh, shoot. Reaper Randy going after the deer. Going after British Bambi. Bro. Whoa. That was a little impressive. There, Gallia. That was a little impressive. Alright. Jeez, man. Oh, jeez, man. Gosh, I just got railroaded. Got steamrolled by a Yeti and a kid. Man, this build almost looks like something from 2015. Ah. Oh, jeez. Hey, we've got stuff going on. Hey, we got stuff. We got some kills going. Gosh, Kaisa with, or Senna with huge amounts of attack speed. Dude, it's nuts. This will probably be my last game. Whew, that was close. Sure. I don't know what else to build. I mean, it helps a little bit with some other stuff, but... Just dive in. When they're all focused in super heavy on something else. If he gets the job done right. No, well, that makes it so I can go invisible. No, I'm not surrendering. This game mode is for fun, people. Come on now. Oh my goodness, my computer cannot keep up with this. Oh my goodness, my computer just flat can't keep up with this mess. Oh jeez. Dude, this is so stupid. Run, Bambi, run! Run! Oh no. That's GG, man. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, well, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. No? Well, yeah, that's it. That's it. That stunk. Oh, that was no fun at the end right there, losing like that. That kind of sucked. Oh well. That was fun anyway. Oh man. Just getting to lob W's into the fights for fun. Watching some of those champions go wee, just running through the mat, running through base, just trying to get to us. That was funny. Anyway, I'm done for the night. I'm gonna hit the hay. May the Lord bless you and keep you and make His face to shine upon you.